Okay, I can't speak. It's been forever since I've done this. Well, hello, CountSake here, back with another Redstone creation building live stream. Jeez, been a while. Well, and today I forgot to plug in my laptop so I can actually get it 60 FPS, and there we go. There you go. Hopefully now things will become much more clear, and I hopefully didn't drop any frames, but yeah, what we're doing. Now, today we are going to build the under-over door, but this time it's going to be two-way. I already kind of have a setup ready for this, and it's actually a really cool setup. In fact, if you do it like this, what will happen is that, you place a door block here. If you were to one-tick pulse this and retract it, it already moves everything out of the way, and then you fall straight into this. However, then you have to actually push this and it'll bring you to the other side. And well, I don't think I can actually power. Oh, actually I can. Okay. But yeah, you can power that and it will push you up. So yeah, that's the entire basis of the door. However, I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do it. I'm not sure if the setup is actually very good for this because it's kind of not really. I'm not sure if the current setup is designed well because this is a kind of a huge slime block machine. This is a huge slime block kind of thing. My problem with it is that it's kind of difficult to power this piston here. Yeah, that's one of my big complaints. And I really want to actually keep this layout size. When I mean by layout size, I don't want to go any lower than the ground allows me to, like this. This is what I want to keep it. This is how big the size I want to keep it. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, I think this thing is going to get too big. And yeah, I want it to be two-way. And luckily for me, it's very easy to it's actually super simple to actually be able to, it's super simple to be able to, Jeez, okay, I can't speak. It's super simple to actually work the flush parts that, like, for example, this one was a bit more difficult to do because I have to be able to properly do that with this flush part. But however, this one is actually very simple. All you really need to do is to somehow power this, and it will retract out of the way already. Everything is in place, and you just need to fall here. And granted, I just needed to time it correctly so that way when you fall directly, it will immediately push you. However, yeah, that one's a little bit of a tricky one. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why I had that down here. Now I know. Okay. But yeah, it starts off like this, tracks, and well, I'm going to try to time it, but okay, I messed that up. But what needs to happen is that you break this block, and well, I didn't time it right either, but yeah, you get the idea. It needs to somehow be timed correctly, and I need to put this out in the way, otherwise it's not actually going to do anything. So yeah, that needs to be timed really well. As you can see, it's kind of a little difficult to do that, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. There you go. As you can see, you're even pushed onto the right place, and it powers that block, and then we jump up, and yeah. Took me a while to figure this out, and well, not sure how long it's going to take me to do this. Oof, I just realized that this is actually it kind of needs to be like a bit mirrored kind of thing. But I'm gonna try and see if I can come up with a better layout because I'm not really happy with it. It's kind of very complex, and plus it's very difficult to actually properly power the flush stuff. I would just put an observer, but then it sometimes just it just does something I don't want it to do. So the main premise is that you need to have an iron door or something in the middle. Forgive me if you can hear music in the background. Someone's just blasting music 20, not 20 meters. Well, maybe it's 20 meters, but whatever. 20 meters in terms of displacement, but just wait. I shouldn't be talking about physics here. Actually, that's just a vector. What am I talking about? Okay, so I actually needed to move this one block out from the thing. And well, yeah, the basic idea is that it needs to have something like this, and well, we need the ice block, otherwise it's not really going to work out very nicely. And well, if we power this, as you can see, it can power this guy, it does the sliding part. You power this guy, it does the push-up. And that is our basic idea of what we need to do. Now, as for the flush things, that one is, like I said, that one was a bit more tricky because we need to somehow get the blocks out of the way, and then you need to somehow get the blocks out of the block out of the way from where the person lands, which is right here. They'll fall down here. Okay, so it starts off like this. Then it the only problem with this idea is that it doesn't give that nice redstone block. You know how this redstone block, it's like it automatically will, if there was a block right there, it would automatically retract. That's one of the things I really want, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to have it. Unless I do this, and we can pulse this, push it out of the way, put it here, and well, okay, that's actually probably a better idea. Now I just need to figure out how to properly power this, because I can't have it power when it's off on the side here. Otherwise things will be pretty disastrous. And well, I think, yeah, this is a much better layout than what I had before. Oh wait, no, I can't. I realize that it's not going to be, the top is going to be shifting around if I do that, so I can't do that. Dang it. That was so good though. It was really good though. Dang it, why did it have to be like that? Oh, whatever, I guess I just have to put an observer here. And well, that is already 4, 8, 9. It's already 9 blocks. It's so good. I really need that. I really want that to be I really want it to be like that, but then I'm kind of just copying what exactly I did. Yeah, this is going to be exactly the same as what I did. I really want this block. I really love this idea where you have the block in the way, and then it retracts out of the way, and then you can power this again, and it goes back into the in the way, and it goes like that. I really like that idea. I guess there's nothing much I can do. I'll leave this here just because I'm lazy. Well, anything. I'll go ahead and place a glass here just so we can get the idea of where the where the drop down is. So now, how are we going to power this? My idea was to have 2 buttons here, but then I realized that this doorway get powered, and that's not really how that's supposed to work. And well, I'm probably thinking maybe I should mirror this or something. Actually, no. If it's gonna be like that, I have to power it like there. Yeah, maybe this should be mirrored, just in case. Redstone block goes, the sticky piston goes up here. redstone block right there, and the give me a second. Give me a second. I need to block. There we go. And well, you always need to make sure that this is always powered. Now, once again, I'm not sure how to properly do this. I do have a maybe it sounds like a terrible idea. Honestly, to me, it sounds like a terrible idea, but okay, Minecraft sounds. And well, my idea is that we can move this. It does that, but after a little bit, we can use a bit of some interesting mechanics with logs. I'll go ahead and use it because I've never used this before. The fact that you can actually do this, you can see it kind of just does that. However, if we do this, you can see it kind of, well, didn't do anything, but whatever. Here, let me retract that. And if we do this, as you can see, it tracks out of the way. And the problem is that it actually pushes this guy out of the way, which is something we really don't want to do. I mean, unless we're okay with pushing it, like, we're okay with doing this. And well, my second idea is that we need to push it back. Ooh, there's too many blocks. Dang it. Oh wait, we could actually put this here. And no, that's not what we wanted to do. Dang it. This is the hardest part about this setup. It's not really a very nice. There's not a very nice way to properly power this piston, because as you can see, it's shifting the entire thing. It's not like there's an easy way to do that. This does actually need to be an ice block, otherwise the player won't slide fast enough. If I recall correctly, it does need to actually be. Oh wait. There actually does need to be but hold on a second. I need to be able to mirror this on the other side, so let me test. Oh, what? Oh no, this is already extended. Oh yeah, and as you can see, if I try to jump here, it's not really letting me because I'm not far enough. So that's the problem with using an obsidian right there. It needs to actually be an ice block. There actually needs to be ice. Otherwise, it's not going to actually do anything. You're not going to be able to properly slide through the entire thing. How do we do this? Like I said, my main problem is I can't figure out how to properly power this sticky piston. I can't just put an observer here because if I do, whoops, I'm serious. Okay, yeah. Because yeah, as you can see, it's kind of doing a bit of stuff that we really don't want it to do. Like that. See? Like that. Because there's supposed to be a floor block here. I can't have the sticky piston get powered when it's not supposed. We can't have it powered like all the time. And that is my problem. Otherwise, we have some serious problem. But then at the same time, if we don't power it like that, we're going to have some serious problems in trying to figure out how do we actually power the sticky piston. And well, I don't know if this idea will work at all. Because yeah, we don't want it to retract the floor. And there's not even enough delay to do that. Maybe we can have it like this. Redstone, no, it's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, never mind. Is that even, that's the push limit. Yeah, you can't do that, I can't do that. I'd have to lower it by another one if I want to actually do that. And well, no, I can't lower it enough. I can't lower it anymore. Oh my gosh, this is really. I need to have these two connected. Otherwise, it's like, okay, there's nothing I can do. Like if this part is fine. However, if I power this one, it's gonna connect to this guy's, and it's not exactly a good idea. That's not really a good thing. So we actually need to have that as slime block connecting the two. The way that it wouldn't really help much now, would it? Geez, this is a very hard. This is really hard to figure out. Maybe a the redstone block. No, it needs to be right there. That's. I really want this to work. My only other guess on how to do this is to lower it by 1, but then I don't want to do that. It's going to make the thing bigger. And when I lower it by 1, it allows me to actually have these two things separated. And well, it will actually be a little bit more useful. It might be a little bit more helpful to do that, but I really don't like that idea because I want to keep it like very small. I haven't built a single redstone I haven't built a single thing in this entire thing, and I'm still trying to figure out how to properly power this sticky piston. Because it's actually literally the first thing that needs to be done, as you can see. If you see this, the first thing that needs to be done whenever you press this button is that it needs to push the blocks out of the way so that the player can actually fall through. However, this is getting a little bit difficult since I can't actually figure out how to properly power this piston without actually like making something that's extremely hugely complicated and moving around observers and everything. That's not exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this simple. There we go. You push this here. Server. We can have an observer here. Yeah, we could have an observer right there. No, right here. And all we need to do is to properly the only problem is on the like that. It doesn't actually work. I wish there was a way to make more delay for this. I might have I have an idea that might not work. Maybe if we have a block here, sticky piston, and well, detect it like stop. Okay, we do this. And it does that. Okay, great. Why did you have to be like this? Why? Okay. Once again, I'm not going to be using this space because, well, can't use that space because it's part of the. It's part of. This is basically this is the edge of where I'm allowing myself to go. Dang, this is really messed up. I can't figure it out. So we somehow need a way to do this. If I was to place a block here, that would be the edge, and that's going to be a little bit problematic. You know what? I think I really just have to lower it down by 1. There's nothing much I could do, so move this up and bring this around like so. So I kind of now need to kind of determine the new height that this all falls from. And yes, I want to put the button above like a block above the ground, not actually just, you know, have it into the ground, which is like, oh hey, it's like so obvious that he actually has like a sticky piston or something under it. And well, that's at least to someone who hasn't really known how buds work, quasi-connectivity, but if anything, I have an idea of how this is supposed to work. So the important one is that this needs to be up, and this needs to be up by 1. We can actually get rid of that slime block at the bottom there. That's not needed. In fact, we still have all the functionality that we need. Now, once again, we just need to somehow figure out that how to properly power this guy. So, the under-over door, what we first need to do is to have this block here, retract it. Then we'll put it down like this. It retracts out of the way. You get in here, and well, then this sends you off. And yes, you actually can go across that even if there is a gap. Now it's kind of difficult to actually properly show that, but I could probably just take glass here and put a lever or something. Never mind, that's actually quasi-connectivity, help me out. So we need to actually this here, and as you can see, oh, actually, you don't even need to. Now that the thing is separated, we actually don't even need to worry about this being an empty space. In fact, you actually could swap it out with you actually could have another mechanism here that could swap it out and swap out the type of block you're falling onto. But I'm not sure if I really want to do that because honestly, it's kind of just a bit more of a pain of a thing to do. So yeah, now we need to figure out how to properly power that sticky piston. Okay, so we have an input. And from that input, I guess I can do like this. Be a purple circuit, why not? This is at slot 4. Here we go. And redstone like so. And it's powering that piston, but don't worry, if we give this a pulse, as you can see, it does that sort of cool motion. Okay. I'm so done with this. Like, seriously, why? maybe what needs to be, there needs to be some sort of push of block to prevent it from. No, I can't do that. Because this block needs to move. Otherwise, it's block needs to move. So maybe the input needs to be like something under right here. And well, we could place a block right here. And well, when we, and it's doing stuff that we don't want it to, right? Okay, you know what? The idea of having this observer here and then have it pushed out of the way or pulled down, and then we could have a over here, but then it doesn't work on this. Dang it! Why? Wait, how did you get there? It's supposed to be here. It doesn't work when this guy extends because how mechanics, that's how things work. I mean, I know why it's doing that. It's because like how the observers do stuff. But let me see if this will work. Purple, because I like purple. Okay, purple. And well, my problem now is that I need to somehow update it, and well, not good. There's not an easy way to do that, but could have something here. We have a repeater just right. Okay, we just needs to be an unmovable block. We have a where is it? Obsidian. That's what I need. If we have an obsidian and a repeater right here or something, and we power that at the right time, so maybe I'll have it like, no, not like that. We have it like this. Okay, I'm smart. It has to be like that. Let me see how this is actually powered. Should be enough time, or is I need a longer delay? I guess it's actually too late then. Then with that, we could use a detector rail, and it should be able to update it. Not like that. Hey, wait. All right, they move detector. They move rails. Move. Right. That's a thing. So it needs to be a redstone dust. That's so odd. It's not. Why is it not update? It's not powering. That should be butted. That should be able to butt it. I can't use this. Otherwise, when it'll. Huh. That's kind of an interesting concept. Okay, what is up with that? That sticky piston should be butted. Yo, what's wrong with you? What? This is a bud. That is a bud. Why is it not? Well, now it's just gonna spam. That's the new problem. But seriously, why is it not updating? It should update. Like, yeah, there should be enough of a. There should be time for it to actually. Is it like that? There's. Do I need like something like this? That should be a bud. What is that? That's a bud. I swear. Sometimes observers make no sense. I know how observers work and everything. I know pretty much how they work. But there are times where it's just like, what the heck is this? This sticky piston should be getting a bud. I do not know why it's not. Okay. Does this sticky piston even bud? Let me see. Yeah, it should. I don't know how many times I've seen the thing flash when I do this. So I'm not sure why. When I look at that, it's flashing like so much. Look at that. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, it's random. How is that random? How is that okay, how is that random? I don't understand. How would that be random at all? Well, if I take sticky piston, if I take observers and make it go all around like this. Okay, that's not helping. Seriously, it's so strange though. And it doesn't exactly work all the time. I don't understand. How can that not work all the time? That's kind of stupid. Like, seriously, that's really stupid. Should I just make this like a normal two-way one? Like this goes like this and pushes you across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'm really starting to think that there should probably just be a normal push kind of door thing, rather than what I'm trying to do here, because like it is very nice. However, it's not really working out right. It's not working out. I'm just kind of realizing something. If I have an obsidian here, and if you put an observer here, it should not be able to. Now the problem is I need to figure out the timing. Maybe it can do it like that. But then it's at the exact same time. There does need to be a tiny bit of delay there. I do know that there needs to be a little bit of a delay. Now my problem is, how do I get enough delay? Otherwise it's just gonna completely not work. If I have like this, that's not gonna work. Why does this thing have to be so complicated? Well, that solved the problem of having the observer here, but then that kind of also gives another problem. I need to somehow have it such that when the block gets pushed, when we push out the block, it does a second pulse, and there's only one other way you could think of doing that, and then that's to retract this and to extend it up again. And well, okay, so start things off like this. Take a block here, maybe like a 4-tick repeater or something. Goes into a block. Okay, that's way too quick. And well, yeah, okay, so what we probably need to do instead is power it with an observer like that. Then here, you know, we have to power the observer like this. Or here we'll have maybe a block like this. So over here we'll take this and that. Making sure things. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, that actually works very nicely. If we were to power that, retracts, everything goes out of the way. Everything's nice. Now, the problem now is I need to figure out the no, that's not going to work out. Okay, that didn't work out very nicely. But what I can do is move this guy over one. Right, by default, it's supposed to be pushed out by default. It's supposed to be like this. So instead, we kind of need to do something interesting. And well, I have an idea. And instead have like a comparator here with some sort of item. Give it like that. Just need to properly do this. And then, well, when we power this observer anyway, it's gonna have to go back up. Whoops. Need to make sure that block of obsidian is still there. All right, so. Huh, that's weird. It's not powering, it's powering the bottom one first. I mean, it's powering the bottom one. I mean, the top one first. No, the bottom one first, my bad. Now everything's back in place. So it starts off like this. Wait, no, it doesn't. I'm smart. Okay. I need to rebuild the circuit that I destroyed a bit. Put that in slot 4, 3, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. My bad. I know how to count. This block here. Actually, we could try something like this. We could instead do like something like this. Such a way that you can do that. And it gets out of the way. That's great. This needs to be a 2-tick, maybe. Oops, not that. This guy. maybe not. Maybe try this. Get that out. Put this down. Or something. That way. Yes, that works. So yeah, that definitely works. Now all we need to do is to now with that we have almost everything. Now I guess I'll start with the input on this side. So we'll have the button here. Piston, redstone block, and dang it. One idea. I have an idea, which could be the old classic one, the classic way of doing it. That's the hopper. Now we just need to put an item that cycles in there. So, tracked everything. Okay. Now when we press the button, it should actually eventually extend. And when we extend that, it's varying lengths. It has varying pulse lengths. As you can see, yeah, there's varying pulse lengths, unfortunately. So, it's going to be a little bit of a pain to. That's actually a little bit more awkward. I might want to move the button down by 1 because of that. Because I'm pretty sure I might need to actually have the pulse lengths proper. I'm pretty sure I need proper pulse lengths. Now for the input, well, the input on this side, it still is supposed to activate both. So actually, we technically now need to fix this. So the one for the extension is right here. And then this should be an observer right there. Untick all those stuff. So, whoops. There we go. Observer, 4 tick. Observer, block, like that. And go down here with a hopper here. Observer, block. Actually, no, not a block. Wait, actually, yeah, block. Block. Observer. Like here. Tick. With that should be the same thing on the other side. There we go. So I might control this with some sort of I might want to control so the idea is that we have this block, this will get out the way, this will also get out the way. Then one side actually specifically pushes up. Now this is a little bit of a I think we probably yeah, one side, then it pushes up. Now I'm wondering if I should have it on one side, but then again, it's not going to work if it's on one side. So, I'm wondering if I should have the, that's not going to work very well now, is it too? That's not going to work out very nicely well. Because we kind of need 2 different circuits to be able to tell which specific one is the one to extend. So over here, it looks so perfect for the button right above. I'll try and see if I can figure out something. But then the thing is, like, the pulse lengths are like they vary because of how slow this thing is. the pulse lengths, they vary, so it's not really a very easy way. It's not going to be very easy to make sure it works for all random different pulse ticks. And it's, yeah, this is technically random because of the how slow it is. Unlike this one, it's like kind of guaranteed that you will always have the same amount. Almost. The approximate, it's going to be approximately the same amount of ticks. So yeah. I'm a little curious. What happens if I do a... Oh, this is in a little bit of a... This guy's in a little bit of a tricky spot here. I'll use cayenne wool for this. I somehow need to properly... I have an observer right there. Maybe that will be able to... Oh. I'm kind of curious, what happens if I power them at the same exact time? Because that might actually be very helpful. If they get powered at the same exact time and it still works, that would actually be super useful. Now there's a bit of, now I just need to make sure that there's a wire to actually power them both at the same exact time. So okay, push a button. Oh, you do it with a push of the button. Nope, that's not gonna work. Would have been super useful, but I guess not. However, I believe a sticky piston, or just a piston might... Oh no, that's gonna spam. That's gonna spam. No, can't do that. Actually, do this. Nope, that didn't work. Dang it, it has to be right. It has to be under it, directly under it. Otherwise, it's not gonna detect both updates. Just not what I want. Okay, I guess I'll try it out. We'll see how it works. And if it doesn't work, then, well, we're going to have to do it one at a time, because if they both work at the same exact... No, it's still... There was a simple way to do this. Okay, right here we'll have some sort of observer, maybe like one tick or something. On that we'll have, but wait a second, that shouldn't that be exactly the same exact thing? Have an observer going up out of that. You need to alter the circuit a tiny bit. Okay. Copper. Okay. Redstone, dust, observer, copper, observer, and observer, like that. Technically, we should probably do like a lever or something. Okay. It would be so good if they could just power it at the same exact time, but I guess not. In that case, I'll go ahead and go back to like the much more compact. So how do we do this? Oh my gosh, sneeze. Okay, right here. There could be something like this, depending on, let's say if I'm pressing this, I don't want this side to extend. So what I could do is have a pulse. Prevent it when it actually does get powered now. Now, the harder part is trying to figure out when to properly time all the time, everything. Otherwise, everything is just going to get messed up. Because that's actually not going to work if it's not on the right time. So we need to retract everything. Retract. All right. So we push the lever. Right, the button needs to go back down. Okay, if we press this, we have a bit of luck because, luckily for us, if we fall down here, there's not much leeway. There's actually a pretty large leeway for push. We just need to somehow incorporate it with maybe maybe what I can do. I could do something like this. Then there could be in the Cayenne circuit. It'll do like maybe we can have this kind of guy. Or take. Oh, that's not going to work because then I have to somehow make sure that this Fortic doesn't get powered unless I move this guy out of the way. Which doesn't really seem very easy, especially with how this is wired. Could take an output from this. I'll still need to remember that there technically needs to be space to power this. Well, I'm a bit lucky right now. If I do know that I can actually power both of these guys at the same time, so that's a bit of a lucky. That's actually on the lucky side for me. I'm a little curious. What happens if I make the middle block like a hopper or something? Because hopper bit specifically, because like, oh, I still make it, but is it enough to go out? Okay, so if I fall out on the edge of, I should probably have like a lever for that because it's maybe a button. Yeah, let's try the button. And there should be a redstone dust on top of it so that we can test it. So if we go all the way to the end, it still pushes me. Yeah, it's still enough. Okay, that's pretty good to know. Interestingly, we could. That's not working out. Trying to think how to properly get that to work. Actually, there's another way I could do this. I could actually have this up here. Instead, take output from like this, and it will give us a little bit more space to work with, just a tiny bit more, like this. And we just need to take an observer output or something, and well, now the easiest way to actually make sure that this doesn't actually get powered is to actually have a block here or something and power it. I'm thinking of having the hopper in the middle because like it would be a very nice thing to power such that we can actually power this like so. So whenever we need to, we just need to power this guy in the middle to properly do that. And well, I'll use a redstone lamp because it's probably for the best. Probably the best way to actually do that. So we can place an observer right here without being able to power it like that. And here we go. Yeah, pretty good. So all we need to do, we just need to power this lamp in the middle. And well, we can have this guy right here. Have this guy retract it such that it won't be able to power a hopper right here or something. It will. This is where it tries to power this. Now, is it enough delay is my question, and this is supposed to be a observer. Now, by default, it will be like that. But luckily, well, hopefully there's enough delay. Oof. And well, oh yeah, right, we need to actually have this. Otherwise, it will just completely retract, like, it will. Okay, so let me test that out again. And that didn't work out very well. So, let's see why. Why is this up? Should be down. And there, I need a lot of delay though. That's the thing. I need like a really big amount of delay. The only idea of getting a ton of delay is through this. Then actually already takes care of the 2 pulses. This is a 4-tick repeater. It will give 2 outputs from that. Dang, it has to be like right here. So right there, maybe like this. Actually, no, that still needs to be a block. Cayenne circuit. Lastly, need this to be like that. Put that there. Let's see how that works out. I don't think it'll work out very well. I still think it needs a lot more delay. Yeah, it definitely does. That's the hard part. This thing needs like a ton of delay, and there's not a lot of space to actually do that. It's like we have a bit of a for some reason there's not a 4-tick here, but okay, it's interesting. we need a lot of delay. There's not a lot of space to do that. Let's get rid of all that. Can't have it under this block because then it's not going to actually it's going to detect that the block goes out of the way, and then there's still going to be problems. So not much of a help to do that. Let's see, if I have this, I don't really see any point in that though. Keep that powered. And well, a little interested. What happens if I do this? Put an item in this. I mean, does this actually give out a comparator output? I mean, from the top. It does, which is interesting. But it doesn't really exactly help me out.